everyone, it's Jeanne from the Inky Owl Studio, and we are on to part 4 of my Botanist folio. It's probably really what it is, more than a lap book, though it's in the lap book shape. So I'm using chipboard instead of books. And so you can go back to part 1 to see how I put that together. I went ahead and did this section because I had so much trouble with this. I had so many ideas, nothing was working. So I ended up not recording it because I was just working on it. So this might have to be another tutorial or a little, let's create video on its own. But these little pockets are really, aren't they cute? I ended up putting magnets inside here. And these are from Musings by Nikki. It's her field notes kit, I believe it is. And so behind here, then this is from the Queen and Mirth digital here. These digital cards are, and I put little cloth strings on these to pull it out. And here, this is Queen and Mirth on this side. I think this is an old design shop. But I have little ephemeras inside there. So that's going to be this section over here. And so we will be working on this last section. And after I finish this today, I am going to start working on all the ephemera. And I probably will put a few more pockets. And I have another little window pocket I think I'm going to be putting over here. So anyways, we will just work on this right now. And what I plan to do here is put in the set of file folders or file folder looking tabs that are going to stack up on one another like so. And each one is going to flip down. And then over it all is going to be another flip. And then inside that flip is going to be a tuck that goes up this way. And it's going to tie together with a string with a closing tab down here. And then I will put one up here on this one and then close it in some way. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but that is sort of the plan here. So what I basically did ahead of time was I just cut these pieces of cardstock and measured it where I wanted it, and then added a 1/2 inch down below. I don't want this to shine your eyes. Let me just use this one over here. So I stacked my pieces of cardstock, and then I added like a 1/2 inch for the flap part of it to score along here. I put this into my punch, my envelope punch, to make the tab, but you don't have to have tabs. You can make your own. You can trace a file folder tab and make your own tab. And then this one here is going to be a little closure tab for the flip that comes down. So I don't know. You'll see what I mean when I get started. But what I wanted to do with each one before I glued them in was I wanted to put in a window pocket. So here is a window pocket here with some acetate behind it. Yeah, I don't want to flash it in your eyes. I'm sorry. So that's what I want to do today, is to make these windows on each of these flip down file folders. So that's where your ephemera will go. And to show you how I did that, pretty easy. So once I got my little flap made up, I measured out my decorative, and this is pretty, it's not paper, it's a cardstock. It's a lightweight cardstock. Or it could be, if you had double-sided scrapbook paper, it's about that weight. So it's not real thin. And I think it's like 44-pound presentation paper. So it's not quite a cardstock, but it's not real thin either. So once I got that little area measured off the way I like it, then I just took my ruler. Now I don't have a die cut that will cut out the exact square that I want. So I'm going to have to make my own hole and cut it out myself. And so I'll show you the way that I do those holes in there. So this is the side I want to show, but this is the wrong side. So I take my ruler and I'm going to measure the same border all the way around. So here I am going to put in, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, I think this is about 3/4 of an inch, not quite an inch. So I want to put that as part of the frame. So I'm going to draw a line here all the way around that measurement, and whatever measurement you want. Doesn't matter. Just make sure they're all the same. All the way around town. There we go. Now to cut this out, I merely go in the middle and I poke my hole so my scissors will fit in there. Now I'm going to cut from this hole down to the corner. And I'm going to stop right at that corner. I don't want to go past it. I want to stop there as close as I can get it. And down. There. All right. Now this makes it a lot easier to come in here and cut right along that line that you drew. Down to the end. And do the same over here. This is just the way I like to do it. Now this works with circles as well. There's no corner on the circle, but you kind of like divide it up into 4 parts. And then you can cut around like this, and it just, I don't know, to me it makes it easier. So there you go. There is the little frame, easy peasy. And you could use a craft knife and do all that. You could. The trouble I have with craft knives is that I sometimes go past the little edge there, and this way I can stay right in frame of it. And then once I've done that, I need to get my acetate. And so I lay the acetate on here like this, and I come down probably about halfway inside that little section there, and then I just cut. Oh, don't want to shine this in your face. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do it off camera so I don't. Then I'm just going to cut all the way around it. So when I get done, it'll fit inside. It won't, be showing from the outside. It'll fit inside there. So let me just cut this off here really fast. And this is this acetate is from those. What was it? There's and they used to have overhead projectors, and they have stuff that you can write on or print on and put on an overhead projector. That's the transparency stuff that I'm using for that. So now it fits in there. You know, you can see now it fits in there just right. And we are going to glue it. And I'm going to glue at the very edge. And I don't want to flash the light in your eyes. I'm going to glue at the very edge. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for this. Although I have used glitter glue and it was fine. Okay. And you want to make sure you do get to the edge, especially where your tag is going to be slipping in. And you don't have to get too worried about it being straight, perfectly straight, because as long as you can't see it from this side, you are good to go. I'm going to have to, yeah, it just gets so much dust from the crafting. Oh, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one right here. And then you have to decide, you know, you're going to slip it in from this side or this side. So I'm doing mine from the upside. And we will just, let me just get some of this dust off. I tried dryer sheets, but sadly that didn't really work all that well. That's steady clean. There we go. I think that's pretty clean now. And we'll just put it in here and it will be all done. So that's pretty easy. Making a little window in there. Pretty easy indeed, I would say. And oh man, this thing is so stringy. My love-hate relationship with Fabri-Tac. Yeah, see the string got right inside here. Oh darn. Or is that on the other side? Oh, that's on the outside. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's just put this down then. Put it down on here. Okay, and it'll come off from the acetate. It won't stay there very long. Sometimes it just gets so stringy. There we go. So that one is finished. Very nice. And we can put something in there. That'll look really cool. I haven't decided what I'm going to be putting in there, but that is the idea there. And so I'm going to do this one, but I'll do it off camera so that, you know, you don't have to go through the same process all over again. Alrighty, I'm ready now to start building up the file folders. So I'm going to glue in this little tab portion first. So I made these little buttons on here just like I did for the stacked envelopes. There we go, and I'm just going to place this down at the bottom in between my two folds. Okay, just making sure that they're in there. Okay, now we're starting from the bottom and working our way up. Now to eliminate this from getting so thick in this one section, like I want each one to have a little more freedom of movement, each fold. I'm going to glue this just slightly, ever so slightly, on, you know, past this one here, just a little tiny bit. And glue that one there, and start doing that, you know, with all of them, kind of building them up in that direction. And I'm using fabric tack mainly because you've got a little wiggle room. Once you set it down, you can adjust it a little tiny bit. So that part's kind of important to me, so I'm using the fabric tack, although the glitter glue would hold, I'm sure. Or, you know, a good white glue that you like using. Alrighty. And then the next one, I am going to glue this onto there, like this here. So again, I'm gluing it just a little past that fold down here. Making sure it's in the middle. Let it catch in there. Just making sure that this is all aligned on each side. So this will be really cute. A little little ephemera that comes in here. Be really nice. And the more I think about it, it would also have been nice to have printed on this cardstock, so when you trip it out, there was something else to look at. But be it as it may, it's fine, because the ephemera will be sitting in there most of the time anyways. So there we go. And I'll just do the last one down. And this will just help that not to be so bulky there. I also want to make sure that these distances are the same. Yeah, just make sure it all comes together there. Okay, there we are. Very cool. So we have all those done. How cool is that? Very nice. And I'm going to put in this just to, as a visual. And I think, you know, my first thought was to have this come all the way down, but I think I'm going to have it come up a little bit so what's in here is peeking out. I think that'd be kind of cute. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. So I think I will put my score line in right along there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it right in this area here. Let's see if I can just do that by hand. Alrighty. Like this here. So, yeah. And then we'll be putting this little guy right here. I like it. Come down a little bit. I like that. I think that'll be really cute. Yep. I'm liking it. But before I glue it in, I am going to be putting on my little tab guy there. Get out my trusty, no mathematics required measuring tool. Okay, and I don't have any financial interest in Tim Holtz, but this really is handy. I should be doing this side, I guess, because otherwise, let's see. Okay, that's about right. Right about there. Okay. And put in the hole. Okay, there we go. Nope, it's not going to work, is it? I'm going to have to get out my big guy. Oh, wait a minute. This guy will work. Hey, that is okay. There we are, and we'll just put a little brad in there. Like so. Now what I like to do is I like to put string in there as well. So, sorry about that. I like to put string in there now and secure it inside here. And this way I don't have to tie the string around that little round button. I can just put it in like this. Oh, and then I also want to put in my brad at the same time. Here we go. We'll get coordinated here in a minute. There, put everything in there at one time like so. Take my little brad down. There we are. Put some tape on that. Now that is in there. Everybody is all nice and secure. And then I don't have to tie around that little portion right there. It is all in. Then I have a piece. Actually, I had a leftover piece from this fiasco. Oh, let me tell you, that was just had all these ideas, you know, and nothing was working out, and I finally solved it, which is good. So I'm going to put a piece of this in here, and this is going to be you know, upward tuck spot this way is what that'll be. Oh, and you know what? I have not inked around this. Uh-oh. Yeah, let me ink around that and I'll be right back. So I'm ready to glue her in. So I don't want to glue the whole thing. I want to leave an opening for it to be a tuck spot. So I'm just going to do a three-sided glue. And stick her right in here like this. Okay, and this way it can kind of match those little faux satchels over there. All right, this will be cute. And here's one of the labels that she has in the kit, and I am going to put that little label there because it just feels like that needs to be a place for it. Yep, a little something. A little something to write on. All right, I like that. Okay. So that is ready to go. I'll take this out for now. And I just need to glue that in there. I'm going to miter my edges. Miter, excuse me. Miter. And it probably doesn't need to be quite that big anyways. And we will be gluing this down up there. Okay. Right inside here. Gotta make sure that I get it lined up with everything else in here. Over a little bit. Ugh. All that glue. Okay, that's pretty good there. Yeah, this page, I couldn't get any wider than this on the page. So this is part of, she's got like junk journal pages to print out. So this was on one side and this would have been on the other side. So that was like one page you would fold in half for your journal. So I just cut this portion out for the flap. And so now we'll just do this here with, let's pretend this is going to be in here. And we'll just do it like this here. There. So all of this then will fit inside here. So that is cute. I'm liking that a lot. And let me also put in the page is going to go into here. So this is the one I want to use, and it looks like I'm going to have to cut it off just a little bit there and glue that in. Now I also have plans of putting something inside here. So we have the file folders, we have the tuck spot up here. Oops, let me move it down here. We have this tuck spot up here for something, and we have the file folders down here. So I want to place something inside here as well. And let me just put the backing paper in there. And what's been going through my mind is to putting in some sketch paper in here. And that's one thing that's been going through my mind. I don't know. I've been thinking, I don't know. I still have to think on it a little bit longer, I believe, before I can make my mind up. But I liked this this design here because it was already like little sketches in here. So that's what made me think about putting something in here that you could use to sketch with. So I don't know. That is probably going to be later on as I plan more things. So anyway, so that is the flap portion of this. I think the bones are coming in here pretty nicely. As far as a closure, I am going to put sari silk here underneath the cover and then have it tie. I think I like that idea. And so thank you so much for watching, and hope you stay tuned or subscribe to the next one. And I think I'll be working on some of the ephemera and little touches here and there to complete it. So thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye.